This is an absolute awesome find. An old flashlight I found. There's no batteries in it. It's rusty as anything inside. But this will save your life, believe it or not. This is really a game-changing, life-saving thing to find. Now you can not only use this as a drinking cup, this here with the glass, you can actually seal that off with a bit of tree sap and that, and use it as like a diving mask to look under water, you know, find shellfish, to find lobsters or whatever. And this is the best bloody thing in the world. It is the reflector of a flashlight, and you can start a fire with this. And we will show you how to start a fire with bamboo, and I'm going to start a fire with this. And you'd be surprised how quick and how easy it is to start a fire. This will stay in my boat or in my backpack and my bug out bag, and I'll take it everywhere with me because it's a lifesaver. Now one thing you got to do when you light the fire is make sure that your little tinder pile is big enough. Some people just do it, it's too small, won't give it time, and you've got to sort of get it pretty dense, you know. And this is still a bit damp, this, so we'll see how it goes. So I'm going to show you how quick and easy it is to get a fire going with that lens I found out of the flashlight. So you get a bit of tinder. I got a bunch of tinder here, been drying out in the sun. Stick it up inside the lamp, and then you just pinpoint the sunlight onto it like you would a magnifying glass, and you watch how quick this burns. See that smoke? And we'll just let that burn till we get a little tinder, and then we'll throw it into the fire, into the thing here, and we'll get a fire going. See it's smoking. Give it time to catch. Give it time to. That's why you want a bit of a tight bundle here, so that it gets enough room to burn in there. As you can see, it's smoking, and here it goes. Right, so we got that there. We'll get our little bits of wood, get on it. I've got the fire going. There's a few bits on it. Make sure you're prepared and you've got enough sticks here. Okay, so today we're going to make a fire out of bamboo. So I've got myself a little bit of bamboo. It was washed up here. It's a really dry bit. So what I'm going to do, it's just a friction fire. They're pretty easy to make. I'll show you how to do it. So you just split your bamboo, get a start on it, a split on it. It's just a matter of splitting it in half in two pieces like this. Basically all it is a friction fire. You rub it up and down like this till it creates enough friction and starts burning. So on one edge of your bamboo here, I have to just take the edge off like this, make it sort of sharp, and that's what we're going to run our other piece of bamboo on. That's sharp enough to make the friction. So we've got that nice sharp edge along there now. So this is the one we'll be rubbing up and down on it. Okay, so what we're going to do on the inside of the one that you're going to be rubbing up and down for friction, you've got to make a small hole. So we'll just get the pinpoint of your knife or something sharp and just push it through. Yeah, you don't want to take it all the way through. You just want to take it, go round and round and round and round until you feel it with your finger underneath just starting to come through. You don't want a big hole here, just nothing or a bit of a pinpoint. Now I can just start to feel it come through the pinpoint of the knife, and that's all you want. It's just a marker. So what we're going to do now, just scrape that out and make a little hollow on the inside, Just make it a bit bigger. Okay, so now you can see the little bump here where the knife was starting to come through. So what we've got to do there is just make a notch. And you've got to make a notch right in the centre of that hole, or that bump. Don't need much. You just got to score it like this. And then, very carefully, just maybe make a little V out of it. You don't want it too big a V because you just need a starting point. And that's it. And all you're left with is just a little tiny mark that's right in the centre of the knife point, and that's ready to go. I've got my little notch made and I've got my sharp edge on my bamboo. So what you do is you just dig this into the ground, support it with your stomach, and you'll be rubbing that up and down on here. So first of all, what we're going to do is make couple of little wads of good kindling for this to get a spark on. Just get your knife and just rub it, hold it straight up and down. As you can see, all this stuff here is just great tinder. Look at it, beautiful stuff. That'll catch really easy now. I need about 2 or 3 times the amount of that, so I'll keep at it. Okay, so we've got a really good little pile of bamboo shavings and that, and also what I've got is a bunch of dried grass. Now this dried grass I dried out yesterday and all night. It was in the sun yesterday, it's fairly dry, and I've got a bunch of little strips of bamboo on that to actually get the fire going when I get a spark. So the main thing about lighting a fire is preparation. You've really got to get prepared and make sure you got your tinder pile and everything ready to go, so there's no mucking around. Okay, so what you do is you get your friction stick, the one with the little notch in it, and you get your ball of bamboo shavings here. You squeeze them up into a couple of little balls and just put them each side of that hole like that. That's all you need. It doesn't hurt where you've been. See all this fine dust here? Doesn't hurt to get a bit of that and put that around your hole, because that'll end up burning through and starting like a little tinder. So just push them two bundles each side of it like that. And what we want is a little stick or something, put a bend in it just to hold the tinder pile in place. As you place your notch back on it, and now you can't stop. This might take a couple of minutes, so you've just got to go for it. And I'll tell you what, it's a bit of a workout. So I get going with a light pressure, we'll get it going. You don't have to do too big a strokes either, you just got to do, 5 or 6 inches, 150 millimetres or something, that's it. A bit of a slide, up and down, up and down. Now I'm not giving too much pressure on it now, not yet. Once I start seeing maybe a little puff of smoke, that's when I've got to go hard at it. So you can always pick up a little bit of speed. Going hard as you can. I can see a bit of smoke. See the smoke? The time is to pinch up that little bit of thing and get your bundle of grass. And just put it in the middle of your grass. And there it goes. And that's it. That's how you make fire with bamboo. The main thing is to make sure you're prepared and you've got a little sticks and shit here ready to go. And that's it. It's as simple as that. And it takes a few minutes, and it might take you a couple of times to try it in the beginning to get a little technique going and that. It took me a couple of times the first time I'd done it, but I've used this method about 20 times, I suppose, just for fun mainly, not because I've really been in a survival situation and I had to, but these little things are just great fun, just to experiment and to know that you can do it. So if you ever have to, you've got to be prepared. A very important one. This can save your life. Now, with fires, especially in a survival situation, the international signal is 3 fires. You either set them up in a triangle or 3 fires on the beach or somewhere in a row, not too close, so you can notice from a distance they're separate fires, and that is a signal fire for SOS. So, okay, that's about it. I hope you like the video. If you like the video, you know the drill. Give it a thumbs up and all that crap. Click subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. And don't forget to go back if you're just new and to the channel. Check out from episode 1 of the survival series: water, shelter, fire and food. Thank you.